Hello YouTube, Ranger of Oz for some late night recording because I forgot what day it was and I didn't have anything set up. So it's like 12:30 in the morning and I am reviewing Fall of Cybertron Starscream. Now, first thing to say about this guy is he's tiny. How tiny? Well, yeah. I mean, he's a deluxe, about the same size as Dropkick, but I don't know, he doesn't seem as big, and he's definitely not as heavy. He's actually quite light. There's a couple of reasons for that. Couple of things. I mean, first thing to say is that this looks like Starscream. It's the right colours, it's the right shape. This is supposed to be before he gets to Earth, but I love it. This is just such... I mean, the colours are definitely G1 Starscream. The wings, everything just matches perfectly. Well, I say everything. There are a couple of glaring issues. You can see one of them right here. That hole there, and that dark grey block. Yeah, that's his head. I don't know why they didn't cover that up. I kind of wish they had. It would have made things a little bit better. The other rather glaring issue, in my mind at least, okay, I'm an 80s child. That's probably rather apparent by this point. I had a Generation 1 Starscream when I was a kid. I wish I knew where he was. Starscream has null rays. If you're lucky, he has a missile launcher. He does not have gigantic flaming Gatling cannons sitting out from underneath his wing. That is not... that isn't Starscream. That's just... I don't know, that's not right. That does not sit well in my poor little brain. But yeah, I mean, everything underneath it is packed away rather tightly. There is a place for everything and everything in its place, and I don't mind that too much, except you can't really see it, but Starscream's head is playing peekaboo at the top in the middle here. Again, that's all because, well, I guess they needed to put it somewhere, but that seems a bit silly. Yeah, that's about, yeah, so his alt mode, while it has some glaring issues, isn't bad. I actually quite like it. The swept forward wings here, the almost rocket booster-esque at the back here, it's actually quite nice. Okay, so alt mode, good. Robot mode, we'll see in a minute. Actually, I'm going to try something new and different. I finally know how this is done, so we're going to try a Hitchcock swipe and see if it works. Wish me luck. Okay, before we go on, there is something I would probably get hung by my toenails if I didn't show this. Yes, he's capable of Guardian mode, Girl Walk mode, whatever version of Robotech you prefer. And yes, it is rather stable once you unfold his arms. That's kind of cool. There's one thing that I forgot to mention earlier. I'm going to try and show it to you, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. If you have a look in his cockpit here, you can see there is a little, well actually, yes, that's exactly it. There is a little cockpit. There is a seat for a dude. Now, considering this is supposed to be Cybertron Starscream, not sure who he's expecting to sit in there. Micromaster, Microbot, whatever they were called, Minicons, Arms Micron, I don't know. There's something that's supposed to sit in there, I suppose. I just don't know what it is. Anyway, rest of the transformation. In 3, 2, 1. And here is Starscream fully transformed. I like it. Again, it very much invokes G1 Starscream, except for the giant, massive Gatling cannons. They can actually combine into a single gun that he can hold, but this is Starscream. He is a seeker. Their weapons are attached to their forearms, not in their hands, certainly not big enough to wipe out an entire building in 2 seconds flat. So that's where they're staying. Starscream himself, oh my god, he is so G1 accurate, it hurts. Cockpit at the front, standard seeker setup, swept wings in the back, the collars, I suppose you could call them. It is just amazing. His posability isn't bad. He's got his standard shoulder here. This very double, or I presume it's a double, it looks like a double joint. There. It is a bit weird though. There is a bit of an issue, or well, I suppose it's not quite an issue so much as because of the transformation, this bicep swivel has the arms slightly out, so if you want to have him with his guns at the side, then that's all well and good, but he has to then hold his arms straight out and not be able to bend it. It's minor quibble. It just seems like a bit of a weird design choice. I don't know how they could have done it. I'm not a guy that's paid thousands of dollars a year to design toys. I just review the things. But it's not a. It's kind of weird, but it's not a deal breaker. Legs got almost a. I don't know what you call that. It's got a hinge, and then it's got a swivel, or something of that kind anyway. Knee joint, toe joint, but yeah, it's posable. You can get some good action poses out of him if you tried, and he's just really nice. A few things that I've seen brought up in regards to these Fall of Cybertron line. These toys, like I said earlier, are light as a feather. That is because for the ones that I've seen elsewhere, at least, inside of limbs have been left gaping holes, not filled in. On Starscream, this isn't quite as bad. There's nothing really like sticking out on the arms there. The legs are the worst offender, and even then it's not so bad. As you can see, it's actually quite yeah, I mean, it's just that top section and the bottom's pretty much all the way filled. Well, that might just be because it's hollow. But yeah, other than that, one slight other detail that I need to address, something very important, something I don't need the torch to show because it's that good, is Starscream's light piping. It's just this bright orange glow to his eyes that is just fantastic. I was a little concerned that maybe there would be something in the way, but there isn't, and he just looks menacing with his face and his eyes like that. It's fantastic. So yeah, Fall of Cybertron Starscream. I only have one of these toys, one of these Fall of Cybertron ones, and I'm already impressed with this line. I know a lot of people are complaining, oh, they're hollow, and yes, Starscream is a little bit hollow in the torso area. Not sure how well you can see it, but you can glare right down through him there, through his backpack. So yes, he's a bit hollow, he's a bit light, but I'm willing to forgive that because damn does he look good. He's got posability. I will leave off again like I did last week with Renoa. If there is anyone who does third-party Transformers mods who's doing a pair of proper Starscream null rays to go with the Fall of Cybertron figures, let me know in the columns, because I would so beyond that. I want this Starscream to have his null rays, not the Gatling cannons. I want his null rays in there. So if anyone's doing that, or you know of a set that would fit with this, do let me know in the comments. If you want to see more of these videos, subscribe, like, tell your friends. I'll be here for as long as I possibly can. Say it, Fall of Cybertron Starscream. Love it. This is Ranger of Oz. I will catch you all next week. Hopefully I won't be up at 12:30 in the morning to do it. See you then.